Got 7 fat dicks.
Psychotic and iconic. Psychotic and iconic.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 82 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-hosts Nick Theories, Philly Phil, and Mikey P. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in to our live stream tonight. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Mikey P,
Hell no, man. We need a little bit more bass in that motherfucker, bro. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on that fucking YouTube. We're also available on propshq.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher.
All that other shit.
Now let's get it rocking, man. Share the stream. Let's get this fucking parties going. We are the best fucking podcast on the net, and we are about to prove that shit episode in and episode out. Watch us work. We here. It's fucking theories, baby.
Wow.
The fuck are we talking about?
Wow.
Man?
Energy.
He brought up the energy.
Done with that
sounds like
shit.
somebody-
Done with that shit, man. Let's
Somebody
go.
was waiting a week to pod. That's
Fuck
what that
it,
is
bro.
right
I'm ready,
there.
bro. I'm always ready to pop.
Nasty motherfucker.
Yeah,
Wow.
all right. You ain't lying over there.
Wow, you got me going now. I'm ready.
Man.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm excited, man.
Pause.
I'm excited.
All right, I'll slow my roll. But first, episode 82 tonight is brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up today using the promo code ICONIC will receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Also, you know this by now. Be sure to subscribe to us at propshq.com at the Props Network, okay? Keep up with all of our show news and everything else. Last but not least, we already kind of said it, but welcome to our new TikTok audience. It's our third or fourth show on TikTok Live. Welcome. We're crazy. We're shot out, but we got the hook.
Scream it.
Okay? So you can't hear our sound effects yet, but you will soon when we get that stream key. All right? Now, guys, Nick Theories might win this bracket contest in the NHL. Mr. NHL expert himself over here.
It's theories, baby. Yeah,
Because
you'll always bet on
know-
the Avalanche, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, if you did that, you would have collapsed the last 3 years because that's all they do. Actually, they're like currently collapsing, but that's a whole different story.
experience goes a
Miles-
long way. We need to recognize experience.
Yeah,
You know,
the
the more
Lightning.
experience you have, you know, the better off you are usually in the end. So that's where I'm going off of. I'm going off pure experience.
That's why we all should have picked the Lightning. For real.
Well, yeah, I do
Yeah.
regret that. That's
And I
true.
sat here and I ripped Paul's. I'm here to apologize because my champion is now eliminated. That champion was the Panthers. They were swept by said Lightning.
Told you to check my resume.
Well,
No, not
Wow.
the lucky one, though.
yeah, so, I mean, Theories, you're the favorite right now. We'll see. Phil, that was your champion, too. So,
Oh, was it?
we're kind of fucked, all right? That's how we're starting. The Lightning are on the way
You
to a
damn right,
possible
Uncle
3-peat.
Dave. You damn right, Dave. Theory's bringing the passion.
Yeah, he's
it's
ready.
all about passion. That's all it's about, baby. Just having a good time and good energy, man. Mikey P, let's get this.
Yo, how do you like this, too, by the way? Speaking
fuck?
of Tampa, man, it just kind of feels like, the last time they won, right? The last time they won, 2 years ago, who else won? Who won in the NFL?
The Bucks. They're going back.
So, I'm not trying to, I'm just saying 50% of the time when the Lightning get there, the Bucks are there, too. Okay, enough of that shit. Philly Phil, NBA time. Let's go, baby.
Hold on a second. Nick's camera froze for a second. What else does fucking Nick?
Oh, I'm frozen.
It's
He
probably
shattered the camera.
it's because his house is so fucking cold.
Oh, nice. There, look at that.
He said it's. He said.
That's...
He said it's snowing in here.
There is the thumbnail for this episode.
Michael's gonna get a fucking stroke.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I told Nick, dude. I'm like, dude, it's so cold in here. I feel like it's about to snow in here soon.
Yeah, be grateful.
Yeah.
See, perspective.
Yeah,
Be
perspective.
grateful.
Oh, you're back.
You got a nice studio you could pod into.
My toes are turning black.
It's, it's all
curl?
part of the
Yeah,
experience.
always.
It's all part of the experience.
Oh my god. Thank you, Phil.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Philly Phil over there. All right. Guys, we got a game tonight that we got to talk about first. Actually, so we're going to start with that series. We got Warriors Mavs tonight. Game 5 back in Golden State. Well, it's not over yet.
It's over.
No, it ain't.
Let's stop the cap.
It should be 2-2.
It should be 2-2. It's 3-1. That's the bottom line.
And it's about to be 4-3.
And it's about to be
Wow.
4-1, and Golden State's going to
You'll
have
see.
a little bit of time off
We'll
and
see.
get ready
You
for
want to
the
put a salad
finals.
on that?
I'll put a salad on it.
All right.
Wow, I didn't even have to say
Yeah,
nothing.
cool. This is
This
cool.
is great.
I love it. I'm happy.
I'm getting extra chicken, too.
Okay.
All right, well, are you
That's
saying
cool.
are you saying the Mavs are?
The Mavs are winning tonight.
He thinks
Okay.
the Mavs are actually going to win in 7.
Oh my God! Well, he said it last time. But I mean,
I like my chances.
you know,
There is a resume.
If I look like an asshole on camera, I'll be okay with that. I mean, I'm taking the Warriors at 3-1 right now against the Mavericks. I mean, what are we talking about?
wait. So the salad's on tonight or the series?
it's on
Tonight.
Okay, I was gonna say. Phew. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I'm gonna just say. I want it to go 7. Pause. But. Oh, I kind of feel like it's the Warriors tonight.
Oh, thank God.
Sorry.
Thank God.
But I'm not betting a salad on it because I want the Mavs to win. Okay?
I want to eat healthy, so I know I'm going to win. I'm forcing myself to eat healthy.
You're
There
going to
you
be
go.
starving.
Maybe. I like my chances.
Well, here, so we already answered the question for tonight. I mean,
This
is
fun.
this just simply because of Luka? What's the
Yeah,
reason?
I mean, I just think that Luka's the best player in the series. Like I said, they had a 19-point lead in Game 2, and they let it slip away. I mean, that sucks. But I mean, look, when the Mavericks win tonight, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Golden State going back to Dallas.
Dallas, yeah. I mean, if they win tonight, I'm tended to think that it's going
Stop
7.
capping.
What?
The Warriors are home.
Yeah, I know.
They're experienced, like we just talked about
they're
maybe
going
like
down.
5 minutes ago.
And they're going down.
And they are going to absolutely beat the Mavs.
We'll see.
And they're going to convincingly.
We'll see.
Theories.
Ah.
Well, convincingly, I don't know, but I'm with you though.
I do know.
I'm with
that
you though.
crowd's going to be rocking. I got Steph Curry. I got Klay Thompson. I got experience on my side. I like my chances.
I cannot wait for this.
I like my
this clip.
chances.
I cannot wait.
Here, I'll drop the typical line from this side of the table. Do they still have Steph Curry?
Yeah.
Do they still have Klay Thompson? Do they still have Draymond Green?
Klay Thompson, the shell.
Do they
of Klay
still have Steve Kerr?
Is Jordan Poole still there?
Yeah. Nah, so yeah,
Philly!
nah. I definitely I love the Mavericks tonight.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Phil.
What?
There
Oh,
it
he's
is.
looking to see where you're capping.
I'm just waiting. I was waiting for the camera.
Who do you have tonight? Do you,
He
you have
said
the
he's
Warriors?
got the Warriors.
Warriors.
All right, I'd love to be on the opposite side of you two. So Mavericks, book it.
That's
Put the
wild
house on it.
disrespectful. That's insanely disrespectful.
It's also
actually.
real.
Yeah, I know. It's also real. That's why the Bucks beat the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
Check my resume, motherfuckers.
Uh huh.
Just like I said, Celtics and 6.
We'll see.
Celtics and 6.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good.
6.
All right, well, here's the thing, though. So this is about tonight, right? I want to know what you guys think for the series, though. I think the series is over.
Absolutely.
It's over. But I want to know, Mike, I want to know, are the Mavs going to make history? Or are you going game by game? Like, is it fair for me to throw that at you right now?
Look, if they win tonight, which I do think they will, I would probably lean towards. I think that history will be made because I think
Wow.
that I just feel like I said it before when I was picking them. I thought that Luka would be able to have his way. Now they had the Andrew Wiggins game in Game 1. Game 2 they were up by 19. That happens. Game 3 Reggie Bullock was 0 of 8 from 3. Finney Smith was
been trash.
1 of 9 or something like that. So like it's a make or miss league. They're getting all the shots. They're getting wide open threes. They just weren't knocking them down. But last night they knocked them down, and look what happened.
Do
An
you hear-
avalanche.
Do you hear yourself?
I know. I sound fucking great.
Listen, you trust a team that is down 3-1, who
Yeah.
has 2 road games,
Yeah.
and you trust a team that blew a 19-point lead? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That is
I
insane.
want to ask everybody, what happened in the Suns game when I said the Mavericks were going to come back and win?
That's
Curious about
that's
that.
awesome. No,
I don't think that they
gave
have
you
the
your
same
flowers.
mentals as the Warriors. The
This is
Warriors been
different.
there, done that.
I think
kind
this
of
is a
thing.
different animal,
Maybe.
in my
the,
opinion.
the Warriors don't fold like Chris Paul.
Yeah. Thank you.
Who? I'm sorry. Let me check. Who is the author of a blown 3-1 lead in the finals? Who's the author of that? I forget. My bad. That was 6 years ago. You guys let me know. 2016. Who was that?
When you think of dynasty in the NBA, what do you think of them?
They would blow a 3-0
LeBron
lead.
James.
3-0. You're telling me the Warriors are going to
You're
lose 4 straight?
insufferable.
Yeah.
The
You're
Warriors,
insufferable.
the Warriors are losing 4 straight.
That's the first thing you say. That's the fucking title right there.
The Warriors
you got
are
your
losing 4
thumbnail.
straight.
You got the title. You are fucking insufferable.
Yes. I'm telling
Nick,
you.
Nick, I just said, what's the
I
first
will bet
thing?
you another salad on that if you're actually really
Nick.
confident in the Mavs.
Okay.
I don't think you.
All right.
Oh my God.
That's insane. What is wrong with you?
Well, you're gonna be.
I got the brain.
You okay?
You're gonna need a
Yes.
strainer for when you shit.
If I am wrong, he is going to cut this clip, and I am going to be humiliated. But guess what? I
The
will be
kill
humbled.
it will be cut tonight.
I will be humbled. I'm a humbling person.
That wasn't even. That was maybe not even the craziest thing he just said. I don't even think you heard him. He just said. I just said, what do you think about when I say the word dynasty? And he says LeBron,
Made 8
not
straight
the
finals.
Warriors, not the Bulls.
Made 8 straight. Oh, I thought you meant of like the modern era. Obviously, the Bulls.
Oh, is LeBron a
Well,
dynasty?
but the Warriors though. The Warriors.
I know,
They're
but
they're the most recent dynasty in sports. Really? I mean, unless you count the Patriots. We're a couple years removed though.
Yeah.
The Warriors are back in this thing.
I know.
Well-
You know what's actually a sin for the Warriors? You know who's gonna? If the Warriors do win the title, you know who suffers from this the most?
Kevin Durant.
Because they
That's your
won
guy.
a title before him, they won a title with him, and they won a title after him.
Yo, I wasn't planning on saying this, but since you just said his name, apparently he hasn't talked to the Nets at all since the season ended.
He's on
Yeah,
vacation.
Is he on vacation,
He's
or is
on
it just
vacation.
something?
I mean,
if
look-
I'm on vacation, I'm not contacting my job. And
Yeah.
guess what? I'm not answering any fucking phone calls.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I'm at peace. This
Well,
is
you
my
already
time
know
off.
he's been smoking and
Yeah,
showing up
normally-
in interviews
yeah.
high, which is fine. Good for him.
That interview.
Whatever
is
makes
like
you happy.
One
Right,
of a kind.
I don't care.
One of a
Whatever
kind
makes you
interview.
happy.
That was insane.
That was a great interview.
Oh, look at this. We got Brawls tonight.
Yeah.
I love that.
Welcome
interview.
back,
He's-
Broads.
he's
I love
home.
that interview with him. With David Letterman. I thought that
know.
was fucking hilarious.
It was authentic.
Real,
That's-
raw.
But I
not
was just curious what you guys thought. I
Yeah.
think, hey,
No, I
I'm
don't-
on vacation too. I don't want to fucking talk to these
No,
guys.
I don't think it's a big deal. He's probably in communication with Kyrie. The only thing that
Bless him.
the only thing that has me a little curious about that is the report saying that they will not offer Kyrie a long-term extension. So I wonder if like
Do you blame him?
no, not at all. But I'm just saying if you think about it like that, I mean, there's got to be some uneasy feelings in that organization as a whole with Joe Tsai and
Yeah.
Sean Marks and KD, Kyrie, because they have nothing.
They got swept.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
they're
they're
like-
the only team in the NBA playoffs this year that got swept.
Yeah.
How? You have KD and Kyrie and you got swept? I mean, look within.
Yeah. I don't.
That's all I got to say.
I know we were all saying jokes and stuff about that, but I know we were all making jokes about that, about the sweep and all that stuff. But let's not get into this. Kevin Durant's one of the best players of all time.
I mean,
Period. And it is wild that he got swept in the fashion that he got swept.
Oh yeah. Well, they took the life from him, and
They took his
I
heart.
mean they made him look mortal.
They took his heart.
You know, I see Broad says that you're gonna be owing salad tonight.
All right. Yeah, I cannot wait. I'm making
You
this
trying to
clip.
get in on this, Broads?
I'm making a standard clip as soon as we're done this.
I think he's such a good friend and he cares about my health that he's willing to actually like force me to eat healthy. I think that is like really touching by you, man. I appreciate that.
Okay.
You are an awesome friend, man. There's nobody like you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Let's
just want to say
He
that.
cares.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say. What?
sit here and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I'm controlled. And at about midnight tonight, I'm gonna have find me on TikTok tomorrow.
I just want to have some fun. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna get us back on track because this is fun too. Wait till you hear this shit. For anyone that don't know this, there's actually a man that walks this earth in this country, and he plays $50K on the Mavs to win the series. Payouts 1.5 mil, but Jesus, you're just throwing $50K around.
Well, this is probably a guy that has 20 million in the bank. He's like
Yeah.
50 grand to him is like fucking is nothing. He wipes his ass with fucking Benji. So I mean, like that's
It must be nice.
My perspective
That's all
on
I'm
that.
saying.
yeah.
So, I mean, hey, pals, you're not the only one. You're not throwing $50K on it,
No.
so that's cool.
you bet it?
Salads on it.
Did you bet it?
I did not.
You should.
The odds, I mean, it's plus
Maybe I
15,
will.
plus
You should.
1,500.
Why not?
It's plus 1,500. I might just throw it down for the hell of it.
You should bet it, follow your convictions, and then post it on our Instagram story. And it's for the world to see. Piles is here and check
Okay.
his fucking resume. Seriously, I think it's a good idea.
He's jotting down the notes right there.
Thank you.
Yo,
Actually logging in to see
so
if I have
who's
it correct.
who's the MVP of this series winner? You know, the first ever Magic Johnson award.
That's the corniest shit I've
I
ever
know,
seen.
but this is our job, right?
Yeah.
So
No,
I'll just say
I just gotta just say that. I gotta point it out.
Steph
I think
Curry.
it's fucking corny that we had these awards.
It's gonna be Luca.
who you got.
It's gonna be Curry.
It is corny, but
It's Luca or
Yeah.
Curry.
there you go.
Phrase that. Luca or
Agreed.
Curry.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, enough of this one, guys. Heat Celtics. All right, Philly, you might as well change it up a little bit. So, look at that perfect timing. This is just regular shit from this group. All right, wow. Now, last night,
Just a random fart. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a salad
That's
already.
amazing.
It's kicking in already.
that's fun.
But guys, Game 5 was last night. It was close till the third quarter. The Celtics dominate to finish off the Miami Heat and take the 3-2 lead, going back to Boston. I believe Nick Theory's had Boston in 6, right?
Yeah.
Mikey P, myself, unfortunately changed
Good
from
bet,
Boston in 6 to Heat in 7.
Check my resume. The hell
And
we
Pauls
talking
has
about?
Heat in 7. So, what are we thinking, guys? Because
It's Celtics in 6.
Yeah, like
So
it's Celtics. in
I
6.
jotted down some
It
wild
is.
stats. Kyle Lowry has made 5 shots this entire.
He stinks,
He
bro.
he had goose eggs across the board
He
yesterday.
did cardio.
The Heat,
25 minutes of cardio.
Yeah.
the last 2 games, Strus and Lowry, the Heat backcourt, 7 points combined, 1 of 28 on their field goals for 3.6%, and 1 of 19 on threes. Jimmy, Lowry, Strus, and Oladipo went 5 of 40 last night. I don't know what happened
Ouch.
in this time frame, but
Defense.
they,
Well, Strus isn't playing the Sixers, so that's why.
yeah,
obviously.
they look. I don't know what they look like a different team.
Defense
They look horrible.
wins fucking championship, fellas. That's what happened. I told you guys before the series started. I said I don't think the Heat have enough on offense that can scare the Celtics defense. The Celtics defense is better than the Heat's offense.
Fair.
That was why I
True.
took the Celtics.
I mean,
And
think
look-
about it. The Heat are a 1 seed, and they don't have one All-NBA player.
well, the voting thing is dumb.
All right,
The
we're gonna
whole-
get there.
Yeah, we're
We'll
getting
get to
there.
that. But
Yeah, we're getting
I'm
there.
just saying it's fucking dumb. But anyway, but that's exactly my thought process. And right now, I look to be correct. I mean,
Yeah.
the Heat can't make a fucking bucket.
You know what you did?
Like, they can't.
You know what you did? You controlled your emotions. We didn't.
followed
Okay,
the
because
science.
I still sat here, even when I made that prediction. I still said Celtics are a better team. I had them all along. You had them all along.
Yeah.
Paul's had them. I mean, I was saying Celtics in 5 before that Sixers series was over, but they went 7. Okay, and to me, though, I think the thing that sticks out is as soon as Jimmy Butler re-injured himself, this was over because he was literally carrying them, and they're so. I mean, I don't even want to say one-dimensional. They just suck when Jimmy Butler's not hot. Like it's a mismatch at that point. And I mean, both sides are hurt right now. Like right now, I think the quality of the series is being killed by the fact that these teams are hurt. So, I mean, I'm feeling pretty.
Everybody's
good.
hurt.
I'm
Fuck
feeling
that.
pretty
Everybody's
good.
fucking hurt. I'm
Yeah, but
hurt.
they look like
I sit in a
shit.
fucking cubicle
And
all
they're
day. I'm
missing-
hurt. My back hurts.
And
Yo,
Tatum
hell?
hasn't looked good.
Everybody's hurt.
They're missing
overall.
Hero, too.
That killed him. But like Jason Tatum don't look the same right now, and Jaylen Brown is so up and down. Like the whole this series has been uninteresting to me. I've been watching more hockey personally,
It's been garbage.
and I mean you
I've
guys
been
are-
watching Beverly Hills 90210.
You're missing out on the hockey. I'm telling you.
But it also brings me back to my question a few weeks ago, and I said, or a week ago, I said, "Is this? Do these games excite you?"
No,
They
not
don't.
anymore.
They're boring.
You know what?
I saw that. I knew this was going to happen because the NBA playoffs up to this point have been amazing.
I know.
Must-watch TV series. It doesn't matter who you're a fan of. You were watching and you were intrigued of who was going to win. But now it's like you look at these matchups and you're just like, I'm bored as fuck.
Bro, not for nothing, but the Grizzlies Timberwolves series was better than the Heat.
It's awesome.
Celtics.
It was awesome.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Like
I mean,
there were blown leads, there was back and forth, there was energy. Like these games are legitimate blowouts. There's no suspense.
I know.
I think at this point, this is what will get me back into it, is let the Celtics win, whatever, because I hate them. I fucking hate the Celtics.
Yeah.
I always will. And that energy always lives on. So let it be Celtics versus whoever from the West. And then I'll get interested again. I want to see the Celtics get fucking... I mean, I want to see a good series, but I mean, I want to see whoever's in the West win at this point. I mean, unless the Heat can pull off a miracle, it looks impossible to me. I feel better about the Mavs
I don't see it.
almost than the Heat right now.
I was actually going to say that. I think the
I don't
Mavericks
feel
have a
good
better
about
chance
them
of
either.
winning than the Heat do right now. That's how bad they look.
Yeah, and I don't feel good about them either. So, I mean, it's probably going to be Warriors Celtics. We're probably going to be talking about this next week. For your sake, Mike, that'd be cool. I mean,
No cap.
it'll make things exciting, but
If you had fucking if you had 10K to your name, right, and you were like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna bet the I'm gonna bet an NBA Finals winner." Who are you taking?
Warriors.
Oh,
Comfortably.
Mavs.
I'm taking the Celtics. Wow. Yeah.
Mavs.
I got defense.
Yeah,
got
but
defense.
I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm just saying, I don't think they've looked as good either. Like, plain and simple. I think that they're burnt out and they're hurt.
Well,
And when you're looking at two teams that are just fighting to claw by, like it's, I hope it's interesting. That's all. Like I said, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm watching both playoffs respectively. I got multiple screens up at the same time, and right now I am gravitating more to hockey. And it's not even a question. It's not even a question. You're missing out.
I
I'm
honestly
happy
never
to
know
teach you.
when they're on.
They're on ESPN now.
I'm being dead
I don't have
serious.
ESPN. I got Sling. Thanks, Sling.
I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, you sling all right.
You pay an arm and a leg, and you can't even get a fucking ESPN. What kind of shit is that? What kind of America we live
God
in?
damn it!
What kind
Now
of
we're not
bullshit
getting
is
that
this?
Sling sponsorship.
Yeah, you just killed us
Oh,
there.
cry me a river.
I'm not kidding.
Play that Justin Timberlake shit.
You could have told me that the Avalanche or whoever, the Wild or whoever won the Stanley Cup last night, and I would have believed you. That's how, like, uninterested and zero attention.
As
But
a
I was
sports
just
fan,
saying-
I'm disappointed in myself
I'm
about
disappointed
not
in
getting
both.
into it, but it just never intrigued me. So
I'm gonna
I
fix
follow
that.
what I love.
I'm gonna fix that. Okay, next year I'm gonna fix that. But I'm just saying it though for the audience's sake, like, because most people are probably watching both. Okay, it's not even a question right now, and I'm just telling you guys. All right, I'm trying to keep myself into the NBA now. Eastern Conference MVP, the Larry Bird Award. Who's the prediction? We all said Celtics in 6, so who's it gonna be? Because if we're being honest here, hear me out. The best player for the Celtics this series has been Al Horford.
I know. That's why I was just because, like, I want to say Jason Tatum or Jimmy Butler, but I kind of really believe it's Al Horford.
I mean, Al Horford.
I just laugh. You know what I mean?
And I don't really like I
You just
feel
laugh.
I feel weird saying it because it just doesn't sound right because we got 80-year-old Al Horford and then he went to a rehabilitation
Did he
center.
even listen? I think he just collected a paycheck and he was like trying to bring us down internally.
I don't know what he was doing.
Because I mean, at least put in some effort to make it work. You
He's a
signed
Celtic.
here, you took the contract, just try to make it work. Because this Al Horford still has juice, okay? This Al Horford literally is the best player on the Celtics in this series.
He's a Celtic.
So that's my prediction. I hate it. I hate myself for it. He's been the best player in this series, but he's not going to get it. They're not going to give it to him. It'll probably be Tatum just because they have to give it to Jason Tatum, right? It's corny. Again, to reiterate what you're saying, corny as shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just. Again, I think it's just dumb. I don't see the point in it. Is that going to count towards your Hall of Fame status?
It's also bullshit that it's not the LeBron James
Should it?
Award.
Should it count towards your Hall of Fame status?
It will, but
That's-
No,
I don't
to
think
answer your question, it should not.
it should.
I
I
mean,
can
unless
see
you
it in
get
the-
to the finals, aka LeBron, if you get there every fucking year and you win this award, okay, now maybe it holds a little bit of weight, but like,
I could see that in 10 years being like, oh,
Yeah.
he's got 5 Eastern Conference
Yeah.
Finals MVPs.
it's because of the names attached to
Yeah,
it.
like what
you know?
the hell is that? Like, it's like we gotta like share trophies these days. I mean, can't this be a one fucking winner?
There's
I
only
one
one trophy I want. I want the Larry O'Brien. That's
Facts.
That's
man.
it.
That's what
Louder.
should always be about: winning that championship. Period. End of story. MVPs are cool. I get it. Like, you work your ass off to be an MVP candidate, and you do it all off season. I understand it, but to be an NBA champion, fucking priceless. You can never take it away from you. That's end of story.
Facts.
That's where I
I'm
stand.
with you. I want the ring and I want the O'Brien trophy. That's it. That's all we need. Now,
I'm potting.
I mean,
Go on,
All right,
fam.
fucking
The energy's
go.
here.
Let's go, man.
the energy's here
mean-
tonight, man. But guys, now unfortunately we have to get into the All NBA teams. I think we know where we're going with this, but let me just read it off to everybody, okay? I'm gonna just read off the teams. I'll start with the first team. You might pause me right after that, okay? Here's your All NBA first team: Devin Booker, Luka Doncic. So there's your guards, right?
Stop.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Well,
Say it again, please, for the audience. I'm sorry.
the
I
guards
interrupted.
are Booker and Doncic. Because it's not positionless. Remember this, okay? Remember that theme for a second. You got Jason Tatum in there. Okay. You got Giannis. Okay. So there's your two forwards. And you got Jokic. So again, D-Book, Luka, Tatum, Giannis, Jokic. Am I forgetting somebody? Isn't there 6 members on this team? Am I missing someone?
I got the second. I got the All NBA second team in 5.
Yo, wait, actually, here. I'll read it
true.
off.
I
You know
do
what?
too.
I'm going to actually read that lineup just so everyone knows this. I mean, I know where we're going in a second, okay? Here's your NBA second team. Yo, you got a point. Okay. All right, in all seriousness, second team. You got Ja Morant, Steph Curry, there's your guards. You got DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Durant at forwards. And you got Joel Embiid at second team center. They are winning that matchup. They are better. Just
I got him in 5.
Why? You said Kevin Durant can't lead the team.
I know Joel Embiid can.
Where's the proof?
Steph Curry.
Where's
can.
the proof?
Steph Curry can.
Yeah,
I
Steph
love
Curry
Joel
can.
Embiid, but let's talk about it. Hell no. You ain't
Let's
getting
talk
out of that
about
hole,
it. I was capping. I was capping.
Well,
I was
look at this team with and without Joel. I mean, that's the answer I have for you.
No, but
I know, I
understand.
get
I'm
it.
kidding,
The
I'm
playoff
kidding.
The
success isn't
All-NBA
there yet. I
second
understand.
team is legitimately better
agree.
than the first.
It is. It is. And I mean, look. So,
I agree.
I mean, Embiid overall here, it don't even make sense. I'm looking at the votes right now. It don't even make sense. He's got 414 total points. He's got more first place votes than Jason Tatum. But he's not on the first team. Because they can't go positionless. But let me tell you something. If Embiid won MVP, we all know that Jokic would have made first team All-NBA still. They would have found a way to make this positionless.
They won't stop.
They would have found a way to do it.
See, I disagree.
Really? Because that's all they were talking about
I think
leading up to it until he had the straw poll vote in his hands, really.
Well, here's what I think about it.
I appreciate
think-
that, though.
Yeah, so I think, like, on my perspective, is the reason why Joel Embiid was second team is because Jokic won MVP. You're going to put the MVP on the second fucking team? What the fuck are we talking about? I mean, that doesn't even make any sense. So, of course, Joel Embiid's going to be second team NBA. I mean, like, he wasn't the MVP in that position. So that position is already solidified in the first team.
Theoretically,
how do you
that
have
makes
a first
sense,
team?
Nick.
How do you have an MVP in the second NBA team? That doesn't even make any sense. And
Theoretically,
that is the actual reason why.
You make a ton of sense because, that's the rules, right? But Jason Tatum himself, who made the first team, Jason Tatum says, Joel Embiid should have been there.
Sure.
Jason Tatum himself said it. And, I mean, look, the numbers say he beat out Jason Tatum.
Come on, man.
And
Nobody.
this is ridiculous.
Nobody watching a basketball game can look at Jokic and look at Embiid and say he is a better basketball player than him.
And not even just that, Pauls. It's not even just that. It's just if they're the two best players in the league this year, they have to be on the first team together. I don't understand. The NBA has something against the Sixers. It's called the process. And they still haven't gotten over it despite everyone else in the league having no problem tanking. No one else is getting penalized for it. No one else is running their GM out of town. No one else is forcing them to hire Brian Colangelo. I mean, think about this for a second.
It's
If
a
that,
joke.
if that goon wasn't here,
Dude,
okay, if he wasn't here, the Sixers might be a whole different franchise right now.
They probably are.
They forced him on us.
I gotta be
Hickey
honest
would
with
still be here.
I think the MVP trophy is just diminished. Because here's the thing: there's no clear cut
It is now.
definition of what the fucking MVP is. So what are we grading and what are we going by? What standard are you holding the MVP at? Like what is an MVP?
I can
What is
actually,
it?
I can pinpoint when, at least in my belief,
Am I crazy?
No, you're 100% on point.
this is when the MVP started getting like twists and turns instead of a direct line. When Russell Westbrook won his first MVP and averaged a triple-double. By the way, the MVP standard should have been, it should have been James Harden, because the Rockets were the best team and he was
Facts.
the leading scorer on the team. But the problem is the narrative of Kevin Durant leaving Russell Westbrook getting his team to the playoffs and averaging a triple-double.
Nick, can you help me out here? Reach over for me.
That narrative is exactly what started the storm. Then it turned into the analytics debate, because even at that point, too, you had players and James Harden himself saying, I thought it was about winning. I thought it was about the best team.
Yeah.
That is exactly the moment that I remember of when it started getting like twists and turns.
You're right on point because,
Good point.
I mean, really, the analytics were never part of the discussion. Analytics got
Never.
here, and it's fine. It should not be the be-all, end-all, is my point. And that's what it was. The media decided at some point that this was now going to be weighed into the vote. That's what the straw poll says. Because it was never, it was close at least. The straw poll was a blowout. It was like, all right, we already knew Jokic was going to win.
Didn't Jokic
Like, it wasn't even
him?
close.
And-
Yeah.
He had like
It wasn't even
54
close.
votes or something like that.
But like, how did it change? And we already statistically proved that Embiid was the better player to finish out the year. The whole process is stupid. So the next part is this. Go, you say what you were going to say.
This is also funny,
Say what you
too.
need to say.
They're saying now that the Sixers acquiring James Harden hurt Joel Embiid's MVP bid. Then, in the next breath, they're telling you that James Harden is washed up. Both things cannot be true. If James Harden is washed up, then it doesn't matter that the Sixers acquired him.
Right. And that's all we continue to hear. That's all we keep hearing. They shouldn't keep him on.
Talking out of both sides of their mouths.
They shouldn't keep him, but they're forced to because he's got a player option. That's all I'm hearing right now. I mean, like,
I'm not. Are you paying him the big money?
well, the point is like, they can't get out anyway. But like,
No, I'm talking about long term.
yeah, just make sure it's not a max deal.
Yeah, that's
I
what I mean.
would-
Would you give-
Four
that's-
for
that was
120,
my question.
remember?
Would you give him the max?
No. Four
I
for
would-
120, and
I would give him the
he's
Chris
happy
Paul
to.
deal.
Yeah, this
There
is what I
you
said
go.
last show.
Yep, the Chris Paul
Last show.
deal. That's the best thing.
That's your metric right there.
That is the perfect. That
Four
is
for 120.
legitimately perfect. 4 for 120.
And
You want James Harden for 4 more years?
Yeah, because I believe that next year is going to be their best shot to win a title with him, because he's going to get a full off season
Yeah,
of
I
work.
agree with that. That's why you got to keep
chemistry.
Doc.
also look at the way
I'm with you. I want Doc. I said
Look
that.
at the way the rest of the league continues to talk about James Harden right now. The players I'm talking about. He just consistently, he still demands your respect right now. And that alone makes him valuable. Period. I mean, just look around the league at what the players are saying.
'Cause-
But we don't,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we don't need to make this about the Sixers. But what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that even if James Harden lost a step, no team, when you're defending him, is leaving him wide open. He is still going to garner a player on him, a defensive
He's
player.
still a
on him.
top 25 player.
They're never going to sag. Never. It's never going to be what they did with Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he's still, I mean, I'd still take him over Chris Paul. So,
Let's
look
go
at how
back-
he's valued.
Let's go back to the first team All NBA.
Yeah, I want to get back to this too.
Who's the first player you said?
Devin Booker. But I mean, look, Devin Booker, like, okay, Embiid should have made it over him too. Embiid should have made it over Luka even. But I'm just saying, Devin Booker, like, vote wise, it wasn't even close. Like, he far surpassed Jason Tatum.
Yeah, that's shot.
So I can live with
Weird.
it.
You're starting a franchise. You taking Devin Booker or Jason Tatum?
I'm taking Jason Tatum.
If you're starting a franchise, you taking Steph Curry or you taking Devin Booker?
Steph Curry.
Chill on me. If
Wait,
you're starting a
wait,
franchise,
wait.
are you taking
Whoa.
John Morant or are you taking Devin Booker? Last one.
I like John Morant.
Okay. He made first team over Steph and Ja.
Would I take fucking? Would you take Bradley Beal or Devin Booker?
Bradley Beal.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Bradley
bro?
Beal is better than Devin Booker.
What are
bro.
we talking about, bro? This guy's a first-team All-NBA, bro.
Obviously, don't mean shit.
He's first-team All-NBA. You think Bradley Beal's sniffing that conversation? You're out of your mind.
Why, I think he could play just as well as him.
You're out of your mind.
Devin Booker, first team all mids.
Out of your mind. If Bradley Beal is that guy, the Wizards are in great hands because if he signs with them,
Yeah.
they're gonna be good.
If they
Well,
get
look,
Chris Paul.
They're gonna be good.
Here's where the real
Because
debate
I can
is.
guarantee you, they're gonna be a fucking lottery team. So if we could talk about
Yeah.
Devin Booker being a lottery, then we could talk about Bradley Beal too. So I know Bradley Beal ain't better than fucking Devin Booker.
Bradley Beal's better than Devin
That's
Booker.
insane. That's crazy.
Let's focus on the real issue here, though, guys.
I'm
'cause
focused.
That's like yo. The real issue here is the NBA needs to seriously reevaluate their voting process for the MVP award, for all of their awards, really.
I don't know how.
But you need to reevaluate your all NBA voting process because when you got, listen, I like Jalen Rose, okay?
Bro, I know
but-
exactly where you're going. Go ahead.
Are you kidding me giving a vote to Kyrie Irving? Are you kidding me?
He played 29 games.
It's unacceptable, and this is the shit that we're talking about. This should not, like, that holds weight somehow. Jalen Rose decides, I'm going to give Kyrie Irving a vote. He didn't even play half the season.
And you know what's even deeper than this?
That's crazy to me.
Hold on, Mike. You know what's even deeper than that, what you just said, bro? Think about this, too. That can cost players money. When Klay Thompson was up for his contract and he didn't make the All-NBA team, it cost him the ability to get a Supermax. When you have people like Jalen Rose voting for players that played 29 games, you fuck with the players' money, legacy stuff. Now, legacy stuff's a little bit different because that's like whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
that's opinionated. But when you can deliberately mess up somebody's money, that's just not fair. He should be stripped of his vote for that.
He should. He's just sitting there laughing about it, too. And, like, give me a reason why, like, really, defend your decision. Like, he put himself out there. Okay, cool. But, like, give me a reason why he deserves a vote. Jalen Rose, for that matter, too. I'm just saying, like, give me a reason why Kyrie Irving would deserve that. Like, there's no basis to it. He didn't really explain.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Name.
I mean,
It was like college.
It's
Name,
ridiculous.
image, and likeness.
I mean, come on. That's just silly.
it's
You know, the same reason, like Ja Morant gets in the most improved player vote. Why is he even in the conversation?
Well,
he already was an all-star.
Had
problem-
LeBron saying that.
The
It's just
problem
stupid,
is,
the whole
what-
process.
What group of people are you going to select to vote for these awards? What group of people? Everybody's going to have an opinion, and everybody has their little cliques. Everybody talks shit. Everybody's like, you know what I mean? Like, people clash about that. So I feel like, who can you actually trust? Fuck the analytics.
So-
somebody that actually knows basketball, like a Kendrick Perkins, does he vote? He should be a voter.
Yeah,
he
he
knows his shit
I got
in
an
basketball.
answer
He's
for
not
you.
biased. He's not
Steven
biased.
Jackson.
Yeah, like
I got an answer
people
for
that
you.
aren't biased and know the fucking game of basketball should actually be the ones casting the votes. Like, why don't you do like old players,
They should.
pastime players, like guys like Allen Iverson voting, Dikembe Mutombo. I don't fucking Matt Geiger. It don't matter. Like anybody that knows the game of basketball, just fucking vote.
Maybe you could do like the decade of players before this one. Like the 2000 to 2010, you're eligible for a vote. And you select the best 100 players from that decade.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. I mean, all Spurs, but I'm just Shaquille O'Neal and Dwayne Wade and, you know, players like that. That's kind of a solution.
I got you. Here's the answer that will probably be sensible for the NBA because they're not going to just say fuck the media all of a sudden. Okay? Instead of just making it media only, you have to include current players and current coaches. And then this way, so you can weight how much each impacts the vote. Like, let it be weighted. So you have the media, you have current coaches, current players. Fuck, I mean, even if you want to give the fans a fucking 1%, a 1% vote there, just weight it. Like I said, like certain people hold more weight is what I'm saying. But
That
it
could be
shouldn't be
something.
only the media. This is how the MLB used to do it. This is how all the leagues used to do it. They all used to do the same thing. They all used to incorporate people who are actually in the league. So that would be the only way that it's going to get fixed.
And because-
Otherwise, it's going to be media always.
And I like what you're saying too, because look, here's the problem with the media too. If they have a personal vendetta against a player, they're going to hold that against him.
Correct.
So like, here's the thing. Say Kyrie Irving plays every game this year, right? He plays all 82, but he doesn't get his shot. And he goes about his thing. He does his normal averages. He plays great. He should be on an all-NBA team. But you'll have somebody like Stephen A. Smith that deliberately will not vote for him because of the vaccine issue. And that is not fair.
Yeah.
You know what I just thought of too? Going back to, saying, proposing that old players,
I love the
pastime
fan
players.
too. I love that.
Pastime players.
The old
should vote.
players are being it too.
I think, however, though, there will be some sort of bias between them and the team, their former team. Because some players just actually love that team because of what they did for their family.
You're right, Nick.
So I feel like a little bit of biasy will be like fucking there. You know what I mean? So
It's
I
always
don't
gonna
know
be there.
how.
But that's the thing,
Yeah,
Nick.
so I don't know how you find a group of people that can actually really get the vote right. That's all I'm saying.
The women's NBA.
And
That's all I'm saying, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's the thing, Nick.
I don't know.
So you're right, but that's why you waited. Certain people hold a higher percentage in terms of whose vote is more important. And if you weight it like that, everyone gets their say, but the people who matter most in this equation get a higher percent of the vote here.
I actually
So
feel like that
those
would
people,
work.
the older players would probably be a part of this too. You get a panel of them, you get a panel of the current people. That includes front office executives too. And then you have the media, and then you can even throw in the fans. But theirs is obviously, I mean, look, the fans really should not count for more than like 1 to 5% here. But I'm just saying, everyone has a say then. Everyone's sitting there, everyone's got two eyes, everyone's watching the game. It shouldn't just be the media. They have obvious biases. They change their mind all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They changed their mind as soon as they heard the Jokic debate there with the analytics. They changed their minds. So they can be swayed. But the people who are in the league playing 82 games, they're there all season long.
You're not
They know
fooling
who
them.
they're playing against.
You're not fooling.
how about this?
Everybody
This
gets
is a good
say.
idea, though. How about you get all the major sport leagues and have them vote?
Fuck,
The
I mean,
players in
I'd
the
like that
NFL
better
vote.
too.
The players in the MLB vote. The players in the NHL vote. And
What's the NHL?
you see. I'm just saying.
Yo, you're
I'm just
fucked
saying.
up.
Why
Go
not?
on ESPN,
There ain't going to
Mike.
be no bias in that shit. You think, like, you know what I mean? But then again,
They're going to vote
Yeah,
for their
they'll-
hometown.
but then
They'll just
again,
never
that's
do
true.
that,
And
though.
then if they know the game, I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to find a solution here because I think it's insane. I think what's going on right now in the NBA is absolutely atrocious.
I'd rather
I
see
do.
that too, Nick. I would rather
Besides
see
Devin
that.
Booker, he deserved that.
I would rather see that.
You mad? You mad, Bobby?
Miz.
So, guys, before we move on, there's one more NBA note, because then we got to kick into gear, okay? We got one more NBA note, because Joel Embiid was out there last night watching this game, the Celtics and Heat.
I wanted to mention something.
Go ahead.
Real fast.
Go ahead.
Luke has been in the league for 4 years. He has 3 All-NBA first teams. That's more than Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving.
We're watching greatness.
Just food for thought. That's how like amazing this guy is.
He's better than both of them. So
sucks he's
we're,
going
we're
home
watching.
tonight, though.
We're watching greatness.
Yeah, and he's going to be the first one to come back from. It's going to be 1 and 164.
Yo, it's going to happen at some point, and I hope it's them.
It's going to happen
For
right
real.
here. I'm gonna
I
fuck
really
this
do.
salad up in like an hour.
But back on track, Joel Embiid. He was on Twitter. He was watching the same game we watched last night. And Philly Phil's got this up on the screen for us, okay? Here's the tweets. So first he starts with, all right, is the series over? Or do the Heat have a chance? All right, we can live with that. Then, Miami needs another star. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Joel the Troll. Joel the Troll, okay? And then after that,
Troel.
that's how I was going to pronounce it, really. And then says Boston just has too many weapons. So I want to unpack this real quick, all right?
Pause.
I mean, does this mean anything for one?
No.
Like
Look at the next tweet.
here's how, okay,
Okay, y'all are stupid.
I know.
Y'all are
Listen,
stupid. Ain't no speculation in this joint.
I know.
Y'all are
but-
stupid.
But he
That's what I'm
knows.
saying.
He knows his words hold weight. Okay.
I took that.
Troel.
I took
Listen,
that personally.
I think
Troel.
he's trolling. I think he's clearly trolling, and I'm just throwing it out there first.
Absolutely.
But one could interpret this two ways. Both ways, really. Him saying Boston has too many weapons. Are you kind of like poking at your own front office? Hey, we need more weapons like that. That's our
might think
division
of that.
rival, right? There's
like
one
that.
thought.
Come on.
The second thought being Miami needs another star, and everybody knows what Joel and Jimmy Butler just said last week. Everyone knows that they want to play together. Everybody's already. I mean, even some Philadelphians are like, "Oh shit, he's gonna force his way out and go to Miami." Like, come on, Joe. He's got everyone wrapped around his pinky. Like I know he's trolling. He's the fucking master troll of all time. But come on, like that. Seriously,
we need to stop. Joel Embiid has weapons. Like, we need to stop.
He don't have weapons. You just told me his weapons washed up.
You told me this guy's a top 20 player in James Harden that he has. Then we have Tobias Harris, and then you got Maxey, and you're telling me he doesn't have any help?
Maxey and Harris aren't top 30.
Oh, I'm not telling you that. I'm saying I was telling
they're
you
good
how
players that can beat the other opponents.
Nick, I was just saying how one might interpret that tweet.
Oh.
I already told you. I think he's trolling.
I think they have enough.
Look, I think he's clearly trolling. But this is how you set the fucking social media platforms on fire, right there.
I think he's trolling too.
Yeah.
However, I do think there's some
meaning.
Something,
little tinge.
even if it's a little bit, there's something that just threw me off on that. Like, I don't like seeing that from him. Like, Joel doesn't strike me as somebody that would want to force his way out of Philly because he has been driven to bring Philly a title. And every way he's been able to say it and every opportunity he's been able to say it, he has. That just scares the shit out of me, though.
And
I think you guys are looking too deep into it.
He's
probably,
smart,
to be
too.
honest.
I really do. Like, I don't think he has any plans of leaving. I think he
don't
loves
think so
Philly. I think he was just being a fan of the game.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. He can tweet about
And
what he's
here's
watching.
the thing, though. The Heat do need another star.
Like if you think about it, dude, like you're telling me he's not watching the other teams? Of course, he's a fan.
But
he's watching soccer and tweeting about it. It's I'm not gonna put too much stock into it. I'm just not. I don't think it's that big of a deal, and that's just how I feel.
The Heat do need another star too. They need one more guy.
They do.
Yeah, because the fucking Kyle Lowry's getting 0 points and doing 25 minutes of cardio.
I've been screaming.
Like,
He's washed up.
that's what I'm
He
saying.
is washed up.
Okay.
Yeah, he's so washed.
That's the
That's
difference.
true. I didn't deny it.
But Joel's a smart guy. Like, maybe there's a little tinge of, hey, I'm trying to light a fire under your ass, even though you already know what needs to be done.
Take Lowry over Book.
You would take Kyle Lowry over Devin Booker. That is fucking
Come on,
absolutely
Pauls.
insane.
I mean, come on.
Like
you know
what are we? Like, I'm
No,
not.
I'll do you a favor.
Control your
Philly
emotions,
Phil.
Why?
Philly Phil.
Theories.
Why?
Sound the fucking.
Theories.
Come on,
control
Pauls.
them.
Come on. Like, come on. That's
got more
just,
who got
that's
more rings?
spewing hate.
Control your emotions,
No,
Theory. Control your
no,
emotions.
you're not doing that. No.
I'm kidding.
I know.
I'm not.
Kyle Lowry is like my #1 most hated player of all time.
I just hate that
Just
he
for the
flops.
record.
Like he flops too much, bro. It's like too much.
I can't watch him.
It's like all his flops should also they should all go on the Sports Center and like not top 10 because that's
Yeah.
exactly where they belong. That's garbage.
He's a joke.
It's garbage.
He's a joke.
I hate
Just
that.
retire,
shit.
bro.
The flopping shit needs to stop too in the NBA, and the players should be actually fined if for doing shit like that.
Fine
You
them
wanna play that
$10,000
gory shit? Fuck that.
Find him
Yeah.
10 grand. You'll see them stop flopping.
They started doing that in hockey
Shit's
too.
weak,
If you flop like that, it's a penalty against you, and occasionally you can get fined too. So I'm just saying.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, I mean this is honestly sums it up right there.
Yeah,
Joel,
that's me
everyone.
every year after the second round.
Thank you, Philly Phil. And now I need you to do me another favor and hit the NFL music. I think we can get this done. Yo, I'm gonna start with the short notes first, and then we got the meat and potatoes to end the show. All right.
I love meat and potatoes.
Me too.
Pause. Hey, pause.
Whoa,
Hey,
whoa.
I know. I said it. I'll go fuck.
Yo, do you hear this shit though? Like, we need football back. Please, we need it.
I know, dude.
Because this sports period has been fucking dry. I promise you guys this though, okay? Next show we got something that's gonna be cooking with the NFL. Not telling you what,
Supreme. I can't wait.
okay?
Don't
say it?
No. In relation to what?
The best of the best in the NFL right now.
Okay.
Okay? And I won't say what, I won't say who, nothing. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna have some interesting debates next week.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right? Because we need it. Like this shit right here, the NBA playoffs.
Bodies will be
stale
called.
right now.
I fuck with the NBA playoffs. I mean, I think the NBA playoffs have been awesome. It's just these two.
The
series
finals
have-
will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think
No
so.
matter the matchup.
Right.
Unless
Take
the
us
Heat
there.
somehow pull this out.
I think.
Let's fast forward. That's all.
I think the Celtics and the Warriors would gain more traction than any of the other teams.
Yeah, at least
It's a
from
shame it's not going to happen, but
Truthfully.
You're right about that. As far as the media perspective too.
Although the Mavs would be cool,
Because of Luca.
but
Because he's a star. And he's young and up and coming.
it would be Celtics and foe.
But let's be
All right,
real.
for sure.
Like, let me just be honest here. There's nothing like the NFL. There is nothing like the NFL around the world. Nothing compares. And so that's why we got to start with
It's a corporate giant.
the news that happened while we were away. Since we only had one show the last 2 weeks, so one show last week, one show this week. There was some interesting news that we had been saying. We had been advocating for this on air, off air. The Philadelphia
In the
Eagles. Facts. Factuals.
I mean, what are we talking
The
about?
Philadelphia Eagles, guys, finally got it done, and they signed James Bradbury. Philly Phil, give me some Fly Eagles Fly, because they're fucking cooking. Go ahead.
I fucking hate Kevin Howie.
The Philadelphia Eagles are fucking cooking. They got James Bradbury for 1 year, $7.25 million with some incentives. Are you kidding me? The
steal.
Giants are literally paying more in dead cap than the Eagles to have James Bradbury. They're like, you could have him this year.
Thank you, Gettleman, for mismanaging your cap. No cap.
I hope he's around forever, but he won't be for long. So, point is though, now we got to talk. I mean, look, we kind of already we've said where we stand with the Eagles. We're pretty high on them,
Always.
but and this is kind of a good segue into what's to come here. But are we thinking like it's a no-brainer? They're definitely division winners at this point. Like listen. Let me break it down for you. You could arguably have right now the best offensive line. You arguably have the best run game overall. That's including everything. You arguably have the best offensive line. You arguably have one of the best defensive lines, and you arguably now have the best wide receiver and corner duos in the whole league. Arguably, you can make an argument in every statement I just said right there. And then it gets the quarterback and safety.
I'm going to fall back on that. I'm going to pay.
Just saying.
Yeah, no, it's a fade for me.
What, that they're winning the division? Or
Here's
fade
the thing.
because
I don't want to fall into the Vince Young dream team.
I'm not saying that
trap.
shit. I'm just
I
calling it
feel
what
like
it is.
I feel like they are the best currently constructed team in the NFC East by a long shot.
Facts. There's no.
I genuinely believe that.
There's
But
no cap there.
I'm not going further than that. Maybe next week I'll pop off, but right now I'm not going.
Nick, can you find the cap for me?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Can't find it,
Yeah.
brother.
I don't see it. So, guys, yeah, Pauls, to echo your statement, they're hands down. I mean, they're one of the best constructed rosters in the whole league right now.
They're a top 10 team.
They've been literally a quarterback, which we'll see what happens. Quarterback away at this point. They're literally
fucking coming.
This is why I was saying to you guys. This is why I was advocating for all the big name guys. But that does not change. I think that Jalen Hurts can get better too. So I'm just saying, this is the reason though. They were there. I said this to you guys last year. I said playoffs last year. Guys
You
thought
did.
I was crazy.
Flowers.
You thought I was sour, and I was flowers.
Facts.
All right, I'm just saying.
Flowers or sours?
Throwing it out there though. That's an A+ signing. No. No. Oh, I know you're writing that down,
Yep.
but
Flower or
I kind
sour?
of like you're insufferable. I kind of like that a lot.
No, that's going to be a segment, flower or sour.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool.
Somebody's right
I'm
or
with
wrong.
it. I'm with it.
Yeah, did you guys see that the Giants players got into a fight?
Already?
Yeah. It's the fucking Joe Judge mentality.
Yeah.
We're gonna punch you in the nose for fucking
Loser.
60 minutes, and I don't give a fuck who we play against.
And you know what that gets you? That gets you right back as a linebacker.
That's
coach
fine. I don't give a
for the
fuck.
Patriots.
But they play for the you
do it.
guys are
Please
crazy,
stop.
dude.
They
I
play
feel
hard for
so
Joe Judge.
bad.
They play hard for Joe Judge.
I thought they did. I thought they did. I thought they did. I thought
thought they
towards
were
the-
division champs, too.
Bro, they got fucking Daniel Jones, who's still there. We got Baker Mayfield out of the fucking league, but yet Daniel Jones is a starting quarterback.
Bro.
What are we talking about?
He's also ranked the 22nd best quarterback in the NFL, above Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields.
Well, we don't need to listen to Chris Sims.
I'm
but
just saying.
we also need to acknowledge
He
that Daniel
stinks,
Jones
bro.
wasn't the only player there that was playing like shit / not trying. I mean, let's just be real. That organization is trash. They don't deserve another second of our time.
They're disgraceful.
And Dave,
Judge.
to answer Dave, okay, I have to throw this out there. Dave, I was just talking about the roster. Again, they are not the dream team. I was there. I was with the Eagles the year that they were the dream team, and you could see with your own 2 eyes that they were not a fucking dream team. That was before the season even started. So this is perspective. I got 2 eyes. I know the league inside out. They're not a dream team, but they have a loaded fucking roster. That's all I'm saying.
They are
arguable points.
Amazing.
Not saying they're the best of the best at every position, just saying you can argue a lot of this. Okay? Anyway, another small note. Colin Kaepernick. What? Colin Kaepernick, 34 years old, worked out for the Raiders yesterday and apparently looked good. And the door is open, quote unquote, Ian Rappaport says. The door's open for him with the Raiders. Do you think he signs there as the backup quarterback to Derek Carr, yes or no?
Yes, and I believe...
You know what? Facts or cap?
Facts. And let me tell you why. I'll break it down. Who was the talk of the league last year for crazy, fucked up things that happened all year? The Las Vegas Raiders. What's a better comeback story than signing Colin Kaepernick?
But I don't think any of those stories are being brought up to really stain that kind of name.
What do you mean?
To stain their name.
The Henry Ruggs situation, the John Gruden situation, they need some positive morale and like feel-good stuff in that building.
I hate to say it, bro, but nobody is even talking about those stories anymore. Because
They're
that's
not.
the way
They're
the
not.
world works. It's news, it's hot, and it's gone. You know
They
what I mean?
will, though,
And that's
once the
thing,
trials
like,
and all that stuff start. None of that stuff started yet. That will be in the news again.
well,
However,
what, the Ruggs?
the Ruggs
That was
and John
that's
Gruden.
sad, yeah, but true. I
And-
mean, that's still a little bit, yeah. I
And
agree.
here's the thing. I feel like Derek Carr is a great candidate for Colin Kaepernick to be with because I think he's a fantastic leader and he can manage a locker room. You could see what he did last year. Also, I want to just make a point. If he comes back and he plays great, I don't want to hear shit about the NFL and complaining about adding games anymore. Because if he could come back after a 6-year layoff, it ain't that dangerous.
What do you mean?
He hasn't had any contact, none of that. He's not in football shape. Like, you have the guys that are in football shape all season complaining about adding a 17th game into the season. And if he could come back after a 6-year layoff and you got and you have like Pro Football Talk talking about he could start for arguably 6 franchises right now, come on, man. I just feel like that's
but
weird.
he's not going to see the field.
If he's signing as a backup, I'm cool with it because here's their quarterback room. You got Derek Carr, obviously the starter is not even a question. It's his
Connor
team.
Cook.
They have, well, once upon a time.
Yeah,
he's long gone now,
Yeah, I
brother.
know.
He's long gone. You know, they also had Nathan Peterman not long
Oh,
ago.
Jesus
but
Christ.
still, this is their quarterback room. Nick Mullins,
I think
Jarrett Stidham, they just traded for.
Stid?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that?
To the kid.
Stid the kid.
Yeah.
I did not
really
know
what
that.
they call him because he's trash. He don't deserve that. Stidham's there though, and let's just be honest here. I will absolutely every day of the week take Colin Kaepernick over both of them, and I think that their locker room's strong enough to have a guy like that in the background.
Yeah.
I really do.
In Colin Kaepernick's defense, like dead serious though, none of his teammates ever said he was a bad teammate or a distraction. He's mentioned that on several occasions, and it's true. You've never seen any of the 49ers players come out and say that it was a distraction or it was a problem. And it was under fucking Chip Kelly.
I agree with you. Like, should they do it? Maybe. But here's my thing. You didn't play professional football for 6 years. The game is getting faster and faster, bro. You
is
ready
true.
for that? You ready for the heat?
But look-
because that shit is coming for you, bro. And look, you could throw in ball shorts and a tank top all you want, but when you got motherfucking 300-pound guys coming at you at full speed, running them fucking four and a half flat fucking 40-yard dashes with full pads on, yeah, it's a
Look,
different game, bro.
That's facts, but that's
It's a different game.
exactly why you got to bring them in before camp. So if they're doing it,
Sure.
my thought is this:
Sure.
if you're doing it, do it right now. Let's not play this fucking
and-
waiting game and
Sure,
then
I
people
agree.
like us having to
I
ask the
agree with
question.
you, Mike.
He also needs to come in as a backup. He's
Well,
one
he
in-
is.
He's 1-10 in his last 11 starts, albeit under Chip Kelly. But also too, he's also at a major disadvantage, and it's not fair the way it's going to get painted. Because if Derek Carr went down and he had to play and he looks like shit, you're going to have everybody, oh, he's not good enough to start, and that's not fair. He's had a 6-year layoff. Now he's opening himself up to that criticism by attempting to come back. But why not speak about that 5 years ago? 6 years
You're
ago?
right. He's gonna be under a microscope no matter what he does.
Why I'd say
But like
2 years
still,
ago.
would you rather if Derek Carr gets hurt Because this offensive line's been suspect.
I'm taking
okay?
him over Stidham. I don't give a fuck.
I'm taking him hands down. It's not even a question. He's got the mobility still. Like, even Colin Kaepernick 6 years later still has better mobility
I
than the
would
guys
take
we
you
just
over
said.
Jarrett Stidham.
I would too. I love me there. I love me some me. But, yeah, I mean, I think no-brainer backup quarterback. Sign him. You'll probably get him for what, 3-4 million? That's a great deal, I think. And I go with it. I mean,
I would pay him the vet minimum.
I mean, they probably could get him for that, honestly. But
Vetman, you want to be in
Well,
the
I'm
league
just
or
saying.
not?
I'm
you
just
want to
saying.
play? You want to play fucking football? This is your opportunity. If you could show that you can perform and you can be a good teammate, and I'm not denying he was a bad teammate. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just saying, if you could show an example and show your leadership and your maturity to a locker room that's already filled with stars, and be humble enough to take a backup role, why not? It's worth it.
because here's the thing, Nick. I mean, look, Colin Kaepernick was once like one of the most talented quarterbacks that we've seen, dual threat. His game fell off, definitely at the end.
He also lost Jim Harbaugh.
He lost Jim Harbaugh, but his game fell off. But still, Colin Kaepernick, like talent-wise, is absolutely better than, I'm going to say, 85 to 90% of the backup quarterbacks in this league.
Yeah,
And I'm willing to take a chance because,
That's
remember,
speed. That's speed.
here's where I was going with this. Josh McDaniels can coach quarterbacks, right?
Sure.
I think
tell.
that's
Oh, well, I mean,
I think that's a scheme that could work for him.
so
I think it is.
Are you talking about are you taking the 90% of the quarterbacks at him at 28 years old or 34? Because
I'm willing to
34 is a
take a
different game
chance.
than 28.
I'm willing to take a chance.
And
That's all I'm saying.
That's why I would give him the vet minimum, because
Fine.
if he cannot perform in training camp and the rust is really showing and it's going to be a long time for him to come back, then you got to do what you got to do for the best interest of your team. You cut ties and you don't hurt your salary cap. That's what you got to do. You want to play football or not? That's the bottom line.
All right. Well, I mean, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm not
saying they shouldn't sign him. Why not?
I mean,
take a chance.
look, money's
but do it at
money.
the vet minimum.
He doesn't really have a lot of leverage anyway, so they probably could get him for that.
Exactly.
And there's going to be
It's worth a
rust.
chance, at least.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course
And-
he's going to have rust.
And not
Absolutely.
for nothing. The first time he gets popped, like, it's going to be a thing, too. Like, he hasn't been tackled he hasn't been tackled on a professional level in 6 years.
I'm going to be interested to see how he plays, though. As injuries
guarantee you-
happen. Derek Carr hasn't been a clean bill of health ever, really. So there's a chance he could wind up playing, and you never know. I mean, the talent is probably still there.
If he starts
I would
in the
like to see.
preseason,
I want to see what
or
happens.
he plays in the preseason, that will be one of the most watched NFL games in
Sure.
like the history.
I'm tuning in. I want to see if he could play at this level still. I want to see if he could play at this level.
Yeah.
Because he can.
Dave,
If
what about the
if
media
he's
attention that will come with Kaepernick?
I mean,
Look, it's going to come. I am curious to see if he would still kneel. I don't know
now
about
that would be definitely under a microscope. That's a whole different subject.
I don't
Yeah.
think it matters because other players still do it.
Yeah, I mean now
Yeah.
it's
It's a normal
different than then. Now it's different than then.
Sadly, it's actually it's not talked about anymore.
Yeah. And then I think the thing is, too, I don't know. Like, there will be a fucking media circus with him.
Sure.
But if the Raiders are what they're being projected and predicted to be, the circus will die down because the talk will be about how good the team is.
Correct. If
And
they're
then-
serious about winning, and he's the best available quarterback out there on the market, and your backup quarterbacks look the way they do, you go and get him. And you trust that your locker room is strong, which
And-
I think they have a strong locker room.
So do I,
Because
because-
they proved that last year through the transition from Gruden to Bisaccia, and they fought all year long with much of the same locker room. They showed us that they have a strong locker room and they could withstand distractions.
And say what you
That's
want
why
about-
I think it's a perfect fit. There's not a lot of teams out there that are a great fit for Kaepernick.
Say
This
what
is
you
one.
want about Carr, but he's a fantastic leader.
He's
He
a hell of
showed
a
it
leader.
last year. And the thing is, too, if he goes there and you have the whole locker room backing him, he's not a distraction. Everything is cool. Leave us alone. That will only be better for Kaepernick. And I feel like you saw when the tragedy happened with Henry Ruggs, who was the one on the microphone talking, from his heart, saying all the right things, compassion, all that stuff. Derek Carr. he will have Colin Kaepernick's back in that same regard. So I just think it's a perfect fit. I think it, you know, I mean, why not? Like you said, it's Jarrett Stidham and fucking and I forget the other one, but
Jarrett Stidham and Nick Mullins. Okay,
Mullins, yeah.
So, long story short here, I mean, yeah, there's a lot that could go wrong, but I think it also would be good for the NFL because that's a stain on them right now. You know, regardless of what side you stand on, I think it would be good for the NFL to get some positive buzz with everything going on. Just in general, the last handful of years, this would, you know, speak a lot to that, I think. And I'm not here to say where I stand with any of the issues going on, but they've had a lot of black eyes. A lot of them.
Another one's on the horizon. Not another one.
And this is one where they quite clearly blackballed the player who should still be in the league. It doesn't matter
what side
you
believe.
Look, I'm sure, listen, he also, there's always people that were saying that he turned down jobs because he didn't want to play anymore as a backup quarterback. So there's probably some truth on both sides, but I'm just saying to you, no one was going to sign him. No one was going to sign him. He deserved to be in the league. Like, let's be real. He at least was good enough to play in this league still, and he wasn't welcome here anymore. So it would be a good thing for the NFL.
And
plain and simple.
Like you said, with the black eye comment, like that Deshaun Watson shit has not even popped off yet in the NFL.
Yeah, it could get ugly, and the NFL just continues. I mean, look,
like you got HBO releasing specials with the accusers and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is going to get ugly, and they
something happened there.
They continue to be the one league. They're the best league in the world as far as, you know, watchability and all that shit. It's a great product, but they're the worst in terms of how they handle their internal issues.
Say what you want about Rob Manfred, but Trevor Bauer had that issue.
Yeah, that was
2 years, not tolerated.
Commendable.
This is why Roger Goodell gets shit, because of dumb stuff like this. Just letting this drag out.
Well, no, he gets shit because he fucking suspends domestic violent players for fucking 4 games. Meanwhile, if you bet on a game, not even on your own team, you're betting on a game and you're out sitting out with mental health. You're just betting a game. You're out for a whole year.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, that's
I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. But also remember, he's basically a mouthpiece for the owners, and the owners they need to. You know, I mean, Dan Snyder's probably on the way out. Let's hope he's got to go. You know,
and they're saying the owners are fucking. They're furious with the Browns because of what they did too. Like they're not in the clear on that either.
So I think like
they're furious because they set the quarterback market at a rate that was never done before. Yeah. And it's insane.
And just contracts in general.
Yeah,
it's never going to be the same.
They broke the barrier for that.
It's never going to be the same. You don't know his future. What's going to happen?
That's what I'm saying.
Like yeah, it's wild, man.
So there's a lot of things here, but the NFL could use some positive PR. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, Philly Phil.
What?
Hit the P&I song, please.
P&I song already? Shit.
I can't believe Deshaun Watson's Browns.
Because
it still like doesn't register.
I hope he breaks his fucking legs on the first play.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Oh, jeez.
Both of them.
It's.
I'm sadly not a fan. I used to really like respect his game.
I know.
It's not that his game I don't respect. It's just we'll just go on. Yeah.
It's a very sensitive issue. So, family. So now you have 2 things to look forward to next week because we pushed one of them off, and I think it's in the best interest for you. We're going to have 2 major NFL subjects that will absolutely result in debate, right? It's going to get you thinking.
You know it.
All right?
I'm always thinking.
So.
It's theories, baby.
He's back. All right, family. That was episode 82 of Psychotic and Iconic Sports Podcast. And it was brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up today using the promo code ICONIC. See that? Promo code ICONIC. All right? 100% is deposit match up to $100. It's a phenomenal deal. All right? Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Last but not least, we were live on TikTok tonight. Be sure to keep up there. We're heat. Thank you, Pauls. All right? And also, we're always live at the Props Network at propshq.com, where you need to go and subscribe to keep up with this group of shout-out individuals here. But we got the hook. All right?
Best fucking podcast on the fucking net, man.
I can
Don't
reel in
forget.
a tuna with this hook.
You heard me, TikTok.
No questions asked, though. All right. You're going to want to tune in next week. It's going to be a real exciting show. We got the 2 NFL things. We have NBA Finals talk. And that's it. We will keep you posted on the schedule, too, by the way. It might be another one-show week. We will keep you posted. It's probably going to be Thursday. All right? So stay tuned on social media. We'll let you know. Happy Memorial Day weekend. All right?
I might fuck around and go on IG Live and just shoot the shit with you guys. So, because I like the pod. And if we're only doing one time a week, I'm going to fucking be scratching my fucking self to death.
It's
That's what I do. I have a pod.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about
It's
it.
only because, that's all
I'm
it is.
sorry. I'm selfish.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I didn't mean to be like
But
that.
he
I'm
cares.
sorry.
He cares.
Yeah,
Right?
I just want a
Theories,
pod.
baby.
I love it.
Theories.
Love you guys.
Take it away. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, I don't know what the hell you guys are waiting for. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on propshq.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher.
And all that other shit.
Also, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And we will see you guys next week at P&I, baby. And happy holiday to you guys. Peace.